Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the final round of Season 26 of the RaceKraft Simulations V8 Vet Split 4. I am John Van Ree. With me tonight is Mark Dial and Michael Hayes. How are we, gentlemen? And, of course, coming on a Monday night for something a bit different. Got to mention the fact that no hybrids were harmed in the making of tonight's race. Thought I'd get that out there just for all the poor people that witnessed the F1 on the weekend, and definitely interesting to see Sean Palmer in the house. I obviously got that Starlink up to the front. If you can have some lunch at the front line and watch a bit of us as well. Hopefully they're not going to drop any drones on top of him on the signal coming in from that one. Luke Orman, he is in the house as well, and I haven't turned that one up, which I have. Luke Orman's quick on that one. Of course, we have the great man himself, Mr. Fisher. and Brucey Galloway in here as well. So it's going to be an epic race, this one, I think. It is shaping up to be a very interesting end to our season. And, of course, when we say to the end of our season, this race is a non-drop round, and we are looking at Glen Boyce from Southern Cross leading the championship. It is only by 6 points ahead of Steve Vella. Michael Power, his Southern Cross teammate, is in there to bat for him. Only 15 further points behind Vella. Can we see a Southern Cross 1-2 tonight? It is all theirs to lose with Boyce in P1. Don't rule out Bruce Galloway. If they make a big mess up the front, Galloway's got a chance of getting a foot on the podium. And Braden O'Loughlin as well. Don't rule him out. And then, of course, Matt Day has won multiple races this season, and he is also another one who could be a contender this evening. Non-drop round makes this rather difficult, gents. They have all come in to see this one. And, of course, before we get into that, though, Hazy, it's not going to be a season of a chook raffle if I can't bring out the Wheel of Death. So what am I up to? Here we go. The wheel is spinning and going around and around. And Jason Spriggs is our split one winner. So congrats, Spriggsy. And we come. I know the old pre-qual days. Hey, this is bringing back some flashbacks. Let's go the next wheel. Yeah, it is Alex Kiddis. Oh, snuck that one in, and head to split 3 now, and around it goes. And Stephen Williams, congratulations, Steve. And split 4. Very high tech here, the chook raffle. And Dougie Wright. Luckily it pulled up before Coraliff. Well done, Dougie. So we've got that one out of the way for you, Hazy. He's winning at a chook raffle. Gotta love it. And we'll just keep. Yeah, we'll definitely get that one sorted. And just do a sound check, Hazy. Ah, bloody hell. No. God has decided to be funny on me. Righto. Both of you, mark in yourself. Let me just see if I can try and fix this one up. A hurry, executables. Question. How to sort this out in a hurry. Off. Let me go into my sound channels. Should be working. Different. Go. And
just a quick one, mate. We can't hear you on the broadcast.
Yeah, we're working on it, mate.
Yeah, I can hear Phil talking to Hazy. I've got that sorted, I think.
All right, thanks, mate.
I think we have that sorted. So, righto.
Yep, Mr. Marsh offering some technical assistance. He's going to let us know which buttons to press.
Oh, dearie me. is good. I did turn the volume up and down and throw it around. So anyway, we've got that. We've done the raffle. That, of course, was to do with the masterclass that Scotty Gamble was doing, and Hazy through Sprints was putting in a bit of a donation, and he has definitely set that up and decided that because I didn't get through it all, he would do a $25 voucher iRacing credit, to someone from each split to cover the volume that he was going to contribute. And we've now got no volume for me, I think. I still got volume for Max. Still see that. It's good. So Hazy stepping up there, getting that done. So congratulations to the winners across the 4 splits for that one. Let's have a look at this.
We'll just rattle those off again quickly, John. So split 1 was Jason Spriggs, split 2, Alice Keaters, split 3, Stephen Williams, and split 4, Dougie Wright. Thanks, guys.
Not too easy. And let's have a quick look. Everyone should know the Gilles Villeneuve circuit in Montreal being used for Grand Prix since we were all born as Gen Xers. And we start on the start-finish straight, head down into the famous turn 1 and 2, known as the centre curves. We then come back around through 3 and 4, sweeping through 5, and then into the hard-braking turn 6. We then sweep around through 7, very, very difficult part of the circuit to get good grip and pace out. We then come down into the chicane at 8, 9, and then we head down into the hairpin, and then we head down the casino straight with the bend in it, of course, at turn 11, and then end up in turns 12 and 13, otherwise known as the Wall of Champions, hence why Gunther's name's already on it. The 1969 World Touring Car Champion himself has his name on the wall. And we then go back across the start-finish straight. So all absolutely happening at this place. Our good friend Will Wilson, they let him in the Canadian airspace. Don't ask me why or how he got in, but he did it again. As you can see, was a site of the Montreal Olympics, rowing on the right-hand side there, coming over the hairpin, heading down towards the casino just before the next lake in the middle of the park. Another street circuit in a park, similar to what Albert Park is, going past the pit complex and heading back down into the centre curves, coming up to the bridges over the mighty river. Beautiful part of the world. If you speak French, you'll fit in very, very well. And a big thanks again to Will for doing all of the flybys for this season. Has done a cracking job there with all of those. So really appreciate everything that he is doing. And it is time to have a quick look at the grid so we can get into this one. And the grid, of course, is seeing 266 Sim Racing's Matt Day on pole ahead of Steve Vella from Phoenix Racing. So no Southern Cross on the front row, which I thought was quite interesting. Michael Powell, the man sitting in fourth in the championship, is sitting in third. In fourth is our championship leader, Glen Boyce. They have a bit of support coming from the back there with Dave Galley on the third row, lining up alongside old mates and sons, Greg Harris. Moving on to the eighth row, we have the great Shane Patterson from WKMP lining up alongside Unhinged Sim Sports' Joseph Grenshaw. On the fifth row, we have Mark Peck from M1 Racing lining up alongside Henry James Racing's Sean Slater. On the sixth row is Shannon Morgan from Unhinged Sim Sports, and he lines up alongside Dominic Tonell from Unhinged Sim Sport as well. As we go over the page to the seventh row, we see Craig Rose from Quantum Racing ahead of the Supremo at Quantum, Scotty Perrins. Scotty outpaced by his teammate. That is big news as well. On the eighth row, Vaughan Robinson from Southern Cross lines up alongside Rob Baxter from CX2 Reality Racing. Baxter a long way back for someone who is in the hunt for promotion to split three. Then get to the ninth row with Ash Hall from Quantum Racing lining up alongside Michael Hayes from Unhinged Sim Sports. On the 10th row, David Baldock from WKMP, Dave 37 Racing, lines up alongside Dougie Wright from Old Mates and Sons. In the 11th row is Simon Pitt from Southern Cross Racing lining up alongside Carl Pickering from Unhinged Sim Sports. And then we go to the 12th row where we have Mike Corley from Oceanic Sim Racing, the great team that it is, lining up alongside David Worrell from WKNP. Then we move over to the next row where we have Dan Page from Ratbag Racing. Page, a little bit further back than I think you'd be comfortable with. This track catching a few guys out. Darren Vermey from 1MLT lines up beside him. On the 14th row is some Muppet lining up alongside Tim Vermey from 1MLT. And then on the 15th row, Robbie Williams is going to entertain us for Player One Racing. Bruce Galloway, this was the shocker of the night. He is all the way back in 30th. Did not have a good qualifying effort at this track, and that could have an impact on how this championship unfolds towards the end. Dale Harvey from Unhinged Sim Sports lines up on the 16th row alongside Dave Logsdale from 266 Sim Racing. And then on the next row, we have Kurt Heath from Apex Esports League. Then we've got, of course, Dave Coleman, the great race controller that he's been all season. Being supported from Jason Fewens tonight. So good to have Jason in the house helping him with Dikey doing night shift. Mark Dial did not set a time, did not race. So not sure. We'll get an explanation for that one a bit later this evening, I hope. Mandeep Singh was in the safety car for the final time. Believe it or not, someone has been told this evening that he has seeked other work outside of Uber. So we're going to find out what's going on there a bit later, maybe. Bill Marsh didn't set a time, and Dom Grundy dropped in from Passion Sim Racing just to say g'day to the boys during practice. That's the grid, lads. Any thoughts?
Yeah, I did race.
You did? Oh, okay, sorry.
Obviously you weren't looking too much because I raced around you quite a bit.
Oh, look, it was, yeah. Look, Thursday
I did
night,
pull-
Thursday,
I did
Thursday
pull-
night was
I
a
had
long
to
time
pull out.
ago. You had to pull
Yeah,
out.
lots of things under the bridge since then. Yeah, so yeah, but I did race.
You did.
So
Oh.
you were that back there because of a grid start, Mark, or?
No, I was just head wasn't in for quali and just sort of thought I'll just sit at the back and just let it go and let it come to me.
Oh, it could be nicer, like Pato being the gentleman driver that he is, qualifying so well that he did. He decided to step back and start from pit lane to let the guys up the front of the grid battle it out and duke it out. Didn't want to get in the way of the 266 Phoenix and Southern Cross battle. So nice of Pato to be thinking of others. And he did set a good time too. So hats off to Pato for that qualifying time. As I just click a few more buttons and we will light the wick on this one. And the TV
Sounds good.
panels are not really putting me in a good spot. And let's light the wick on this one and get it running. And we are away. Coming around.
Definitely
That is
some winners and losers.
a good start there from Matt Day. Steve Vella tucked in behind. A couple little winners and losers in the back there. I think I might have been involved in something early on. And Scotty Perrins has gone off there as well. He's stuck in the inside of the curb. That's another one. And Matt Day getting off to a cracking start here and looking very, very stable.
Pecky's had a good jump. Pecky's up 4 already.
Pecky. And an absolute cracker in the middle of the pack here. Just coming around. Yeah, definitely good start from Vella. Boyce tucked in, so Power's dropped down 4 spots. That's the other big move that we're seeing.
Yep, Dave Galley down 6.
So Southern Cross boys not getting the jump that they wanted.
Fairly clean start considering. Not too much going on so far.
All coming through that wall of champions for the first time. Dave Galley trying to make a bit of a move back here on Dominic. Not quite getting through. You're going to go a bit further. Sean Slater Coming in, he's putting a lot of pressure on Michael Power here. Oh, he's a bit loose. Has definitely seen him stumble back down. Just checking on Dial. Dial's up 6 spots already, so he's on the move. We'll keep an eye on him. Dave Baldock up 2. White Colwith Moses has done it again. He's up 7 on lap 1. A few of these blokes definitely making some moves.
Seems to be doing it every week. Pity in front of him on 6 up.
Galloway up 10.
Yeah, huge.
Hey, Boyce.
I think there was a bit of a bubble at the start. The back end, a few.
You doing well, Mark. You're up 6. A little bit of a battle here.
Yeah, not bad for a track I don't like.
Definitely a bit of a challenge. If you got some of the curves wrong, it's definitely spit you into the wall, so you have to be very careful.
And this, I don't think this car combination.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Big move. Big move. Oopsie. Oopsie.
Readdress straight away.
Yep, nicely done. Making some moves back there as well. Considering he started from the lane. Rob Baxter going down the lane, so not sure what's going on there. And Steve Vella has got past Matt Day. That is
I do
a big
apologise for
move.
that. I do apologise for that move. I tried to get the wheel as tight as I possibly could. I want to go the way I wanted to go.
Yeah, I think Rob Baxter had a drive-through early, had a bit of a bump with someone and had to go for a trip down the lane.
One of those trips down memory lane.
One of those Dave keeping us all honest and sending us down the lane if we aren't quite doing what we're meant to be doing.
It's going to drop back to Hazy and Rosie side by side. A little battle back there with Penny. Coraliff. In the middle of this one as well. Getting past Rose there.
Oh,
Have a look, Mike.
that must have been close.
Stealing a bit of paint. And Rosie loses another spot. Coraliff up 11 places now. Galloway up 13. Galloway going down the lane as well. A few things happening very early on here. So definitely working our way through.
It wasn't too bad on tyres this track. They held up reasonably well and you could carry a bit of fuel, so there wasn't too many issues with that.
It's just a tough track to get the car balanced.
Yep.
Yeah, I knew that was going to be a problem with what has happened. I'll see what I can do, but it's not going to be an easy fix. Gonna have to say an apology for a second. That might fix that one a little bit. You will let me know if that's any better, guys. Luke Orman saying the slowdowns around here were absolutely brutal. And
Yeah, I took a little less curb to avoid getting slowdowns, so laps were a little bit slower, but the slowdowns were that bad that you're better off dropping half a second than to get the massive slowdowns.
Yeah, you have to be careful. It was interesting just watching the number of them flickering through. And really would love to know why Discord and iRacing sound got spat out at the last second here. Anyway, we're still going forward. Good little battle back here. Bruce Galloway up 14 spots, still trying to work his way through. Baldock goes a bit wide. Oh, whoa!
Oh,
Oh!
I wonder if someone had
Sean
a
Slater
slowdown then.
Sean Slater in the wall there as well.
Yep.
Worrell was definitely not going slow.
They all bunched up together in a hurry. It's like someone had a slowdown trying to manage it, and 8 cars all found them at once.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely a bit epic in that situation there. And again, big accident. Bloody Bulldog on the outside. Watch out.
At least for now, he's not been involved. The car looks pretty clean, so
he's staying out of trouble.
Like
Bruce
David,
Galloway.
yeah.
He's going to make another move here. Oh, big brake lock up. That was Dougie Wright. Oh, he's in the car. Bulldog there again. Oh, and he cops one from the Quantum car.
Oh, they're all bumping.
Oh. Bruce can't buy a trick here. We'll just see how that one rolls out. Vaughan now putting pressure on Carl. Oh, the action down the backpack at the moment. And Vaughan hangs on to that position. And battling back up the front again. That gap's closed right down as well. With Matt Day now tucked right up behind Steve Vella. These boys definitely are racing very hard up here.
Yep, they're trying to cement their move back up to split 3.
Definitely trying to.
Glen Boyce not too far behind.
Day will be the interesting one. I think Day will probably, with 3 wins, will definitely be looked at very harshly at the pub test.
Well, we look at 6, don't we? Not 8. So he must have had 6 good rounds.
Yeah, absolutely. Dougie Wright, he's still battling with Bruce Galloway. And where's Mr. Korolev? Oh, there's a big brake lock up there. Korolev goes across the grass. Not sure where Bruce is going there. But he gets past Mike. And Korolev drops like a stone.
And Bruce would be in that promotion conversation too, so he's not doing himself any favours getting involved with these sort of stuff tonight.
Very twitchy coming out of there. You've got to remember too that when we do the ranking system, that this round is dropped in the ranking systems, not in the championship systems. So
can be dropped or is dropped? Can be dropped.
Can be. Oh, if it's your worst 2 rounds, it can be dropped.
Yeah, it can be dropped.
So don't want to penalise people who've had a good season and just have that one bad night.
Yep.
Bruce trying to fight his way back here though. Going to find a little bit further back. Sean Slater's still going around.
Someone's parked off the side there.
Interesting move, coming back on. Well, they have a blend line. Drive yourself back onto the track. On Slater, he's still circulating, which is good to see. The Rat Bag Racing's Dan Page. He's in the thick of it with Robbie Williams and Dale Harvey.
He hasn't quite moved as far forward as I thought he might have by this point in the race, with the pace he's had all season.
Hattay's fought his way up a fair bit. He's now tackling David Logsdale. And Sean Slater, I think his car is Landing a little bit down on power. And Darren Vermey being passed by Bruce Galloway. Having a look, going down the Casino Straight. It's the side draft, locks him in, coming into the wall of champions over the curb. Nice amount of curb there, keeps it off the wall on the outside. Galloway moves up one more spot, chasing Baldock. I'm saying the draft was good here. And it's going up Joseph Granshaw. He's tucked up behind Pecky with Michael Power now starting to put a bit of pressure on this pack.
Oh, a little bit of wheel lock there.
A little bit of sideways action as well.
Keep that up and it'll invite Greg into the conversation.
It definitely will. Going to check on Sean Slater. He is still circulating. The Wall of Champions got him. That was a huge hit.
That right wheel doesn't look good at all.
That car has
doesn't.
definitely got a bit of a droop to the right.
Oh, the left one's disattached.
Yep.
And the right one's tucked in.
Yep. It's
got
not
no
going
front
anywhere.
wheels.
It's going nowhere. And he parks it. Gets it stopped, backs it off the curb. Smart play. And definitely a big hit. And I will say, I think that's going to bring out a safety car being parked in that position. He's going to have a crack here.
Thinking about it?
No.
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 He turned the wheel both ways and it hasn't done anything, so he's decided against that idea.
One. Yeah. And the safety car has been called. So I don't think Slater's going anywhere. I think that is the end of his race, more or less. Tough season for Sean. Of course, one of the guys doesn't get much practice, rocks up and races when the time comes. But that car is definitely looking a lot shorter. You can't see it on that camera, but definitely looking a lot shorter and a lot more out of the way. As Van Deep sitting at the end of pit lane or waiting for our race leader, Steve Vella. What does he do? He's into the pits. And we're going to see another Mercedes style. Glen Boyce, Matt Daisy and Glen Boyce is going to go in. Who's going to do the Ferrari strategy here? Michael Power comes in. Greg Harris comes in.
Yep, none of them being yet game yet.
How
No,
could
he's down the lane.
How could Ferrari get it so wrong?
Oh, wasn't that a shocking choice?
I think Frederick Vasseur needs to come and race vets. Split 4. Bruce, what does he do? He's coming in hot.
Yeah.
Baldy's in. I tell you what, no one in the top 20. Everyone has gone in. That is great to see. Oh no. Who was that? Someone was staying out, I thought, in front of me. It might have been Dave Galley. He was a lap down, I think. Yeah, stay out. Play the smart play to get ahead of the safety car. Well done, as Pecky is back out on track as our race leader with a very fast stop indeed for 27 seconds. Steve Vella was 37, 30 seconds to Power, 34 to Boyce. So a bit of a shake-up. Might have a quick look at that lap 5, turn 10 incident up at the hairpin with Bruce Galloway. We'll go to the Chook Raffle rewind, and definitely was tucked up behind Dougie Wright. Dougie absolutely flying in front of him here. We're doing 220 Ks here. Galloway pokes his nose out to have a bit of a look, and definitely in the inside there. See Dougie coming in hot. Bruce realising he's coming in hot too. Manages to get the car under control. Tries to get it underneath the turning in Coraliff. Doesn't quite make it happen. Clips Coraliff's rear. Spins him round. Waves sorry. Good to see we saw that there. And then, of course, wave sorry again. And then whenever there's a big accident, who do we see lurking in the background? Dave Baldock.
There he is.
There he is. So all definitely happening here.
I noticed Bruce didn't wave sorry to him.
Oh, dearie mate.
Well done, Bruce. I wouldn't either.
We didn't have the same problems when he was a white 37.
Oh,
Just saying.
that is exactly true. Just saying, white cars are boring. Just putting it out there. And Mandeep doing a
Bruce
great job here.
Bruce is blaming Dave for that one.
Sounds legit to us.
Absolutely.
Yeah. He probably gave him a knock from behind. Who knows?
Moses is coming through, clear a path. He is too. We will have a lovely little soundtrack that we will play at the start of next season. Brett Fisher's been a very, very busy boy. I've just got to get busy, get time to make some film clips for him. But yeah, let's just say after the Chook raffle last Friday night, I think there was a commentary team were still together. I think, what was it, Hazy? About 2 hours later?
Something like that.
Yeah.
It was, yes, very, very entertaining.
I think
Some of you might have heard one of them in Discord over the last week. I think one of them was posted by Mike during the week.
Yes, I think RC takes into account how close Baldock was to an incident and makes their call.
I would factor it in if I was in there, that's for sure.
I'd be giving Baldock a drive-through.
There's an argument for that.
Mm. Of course, if you haven't got your entries in for next season, please get it in ASAP. We only have a handful of spots left. And if you want to be racing, get in there. If you're not racing, want to be part of race control, let us know. Finalising RC teams as we speak at the moment. Pre-qual will be Motorsport for the new guys coming on. Those circuits will go up in the coming days. Just waiting for iRacing to do their week 13 stuff and drop their new release. Track is Motorsport, which will be quite interesting to see how the guys go there. A lot of new names and a lot of old names and a lot of known young names coming into the group now. Brian Borg is the latest of the Scops pro drivers to come into vets. Let me see how Borgie goes. Yeah, going to be interesting season ahead, I think. We've already got 190 drivers signed up, so looking forward to it. Got a few guys who are stepping out this season because of work commitments and other things. Jordan Ross, congratulations to him on winning Jet Ski National Championship yesterday and breaking his foot in the process. Hey, what are you doing, Mandeep? What are you doing?
This is what went.
This
was.
Yeah. This is how
Is this to show driver skill, is it?
I got no idea.
No, I think the next pit stop I come in and it was rather disconcerting to see that the safety car was backwards because my pit bay was right behind the safety car. What the hell?
We're about to get going again.
Is that Josh? Yes, it was. No, it wasn't Josh. That was Mandeep Singh. our Uber Eats safety car driver, and we are green flag racing. We are away. Mark Peck leads, Steve Vella, Michael Power, Glen Boyce, Shannon Morgan, Matt Day. So we are absolutely flying here. We are on lap 12. This race already a third race distance.
John, can we see what their stop time was?
Yes, I can put stop times up, pit time. There we go. So
Looks
Pecky
like
was
Matt
27
Day might have
seconds.
done a heavy fill.
Yeah, he has. 41 seconds. So,
Rick Harris, 2.
yeah.
2. Craig
Shane-
Rose, 41.
Shane Morgan, 17.
Simon, hit. 47. That's a full fill.
It'd be up there. I took 100, so yeah, it would be most, if not all, of your fuel at a 47 stop.
Well, you were a 42 stop, so yeah, that'd be 47. Be filler up, right up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Didn't mind being heavy on the tyres, so to take the fuel on a cheap stop wasn't such a big issue.
This is Pecky getting out of the way when he probably should have raced. Putting it out there.
Yeah, he didn't want to ruin anyone's championship.
Yeah. It's understandable, but also a tough gig.
Yeah.
Of
Of course, Pecky didn't run the first round or two.
Yeah, still in Brizzy.
Yeah. So he's been challenging all season when he's been around, but he doesn't want to get involved and ruin anyone else's championship.
Definitely doing well. Good to see him back racing again. Spring chicken that he is. Matt Day has Shen Morgan in front of him. Morgan only stopped for 17 seconds, so that was a very much dump and run prospect. But Matt Day's still got to get his way around. Lap 13. The field starting to settle a little bit.
Sean Slater saying he's looking forward to next season.
He would be
Hopefully
after the way this season finished.
Yeah, well, hopefully he finds a bit of time to get a bit of practice, and we might see him at the pointy end each week.
Oh, was that team orders? Boyce going past Powers there. Looks like Toto Hoff has given the word. Boyce been sent forward. This could be a championship move. Boyce now chasing after Vella. Vella 2 seconds up the road. If you need to win a championship, you need to be first. That is the picture of the story for Vella, and see where the chips lay after that. And he is definitely doing it here. He needs to get 6 points though to get up ahead of Boyce. This is the battle. Definitely seeing what's going to come here. Shannon Morgan tucked in behind the Hoffy. Sorry, tucked in behind Pecky.
Yeah, a bit more challenge for Vella, being that he's doesn't have other team members in here. Boyce has his team members to help him along and drag him along at times.
Oh, he's got Power now only acting as a rear gunner.
Yep, they've had Dave Galley on certain rounds up there helping them along as well.
And Shen dropped back a little bit here. Renshaw now putting pressure on him.
He's definitely improved a lot over the season, moved himself forward.
Improving his driving. Good to see.
Yep. And Grenshaw's bounced back. Had a few tough rounds early, but been at the pointy end for the last few rounds. It's good to see Greg Harris finally having a good round, showing the pace that he's had.
Yeah, sitting back in 8th, Greg.
Been very unlucky this season, but definitely he's had pace all season.
Oh, Sean Palmer dropping some news from the Ukraine. Tim Caparonis is leaving Southern Cross. That is huge.
So has he got somewhere to go, or are the invitations going to start going out?
No idea. This is all news to me, being dropped like a grenade. Look, Harris, though, he comes down into the centre curve. You've got to get the braking into that right. Car changes direction under brakes twice. To the second part of the centre S. Get under control. Car wants to step out as you accelerate coming out here. A little bit tight. Opens it back up. Got to get this one right. Clip the curb. Nicely done. Clip the curb again. Keep it off the wall on the right-hand side. Does a lovely job. Up into 4th. Feather it around the corner. Hug the wall as much as you can. Now break it down again. 2nd. Rolls around the corner. Got to get, he stayed in 3rd. Got to get on the gas here. Got to be careful. The car wants to step out and hit the other wall or spin the nose around. Heading down now. Back straight away. And then into the chicane. Got to get this pulled up. Got to clip the first curb nicely. Gets on it. Hit the second curb. Doesn't quite get it, but he's doing all right. Take it out to the wall. Gets it on the ripple strip. Full noise again now. He comes into the hairpin. You've got to pull this one up. It's going to dance under brakes as it balance shifts. Gets around the wheel. Gets it going again in 3rd. Back to 2nd. Try and get some drive out. 3rd now. Down the Casino Straight. One of the longest straights that we see. And then heading along a bit further. Down the straight. We're going to come into the Wall of Champions just before the bridge. Hard on the brakes. Get it back into 3rd. Clip the ripple strip. Clip the ripple strip. Keep it off the wall. Does a great job, does Greg Harris. Then we come down the straightaway, across the start-finish straight, back into the centre S curves. And he has done a great job there, Mr. Harris.
And in the meantime, the chat's telling us Jim's heading over to 266. Contract signed. Ink's dry.
Sealed. There we go. Someone might want to let management know so they can change the team name. Big shout out to Big Barry in the chat. Haven't seen Big Baz for a long time. P66 signs another big name driver.
They've been doing a good job over there. They've got Dave Longstyle improving quite a lot, so definitely doing some good things over there.
Becky and Shan Hall, side by side. Like a little bit of a battle here. Michael Power still in front of him. Grenshaw looking to get into the action here as well. Barry's doing DoorDash. Side by side, almost rubbing panels. Pecky holds the position. Remember, Mandeep Singh's working with DoorDash. No, Mandeep Singh apparently has a new job. He's not going to be with us next season doing the safety car. And these boys here having a great little battle. Shan Morgan, I think, has got the pace on Pecky at this stage. And trying to hunt him down very hard here. Under a bit of pressure from Grenshaw behind. Matt Day is in this battle as well.
Yeah, well, Shannon's carrying a little less fuel as well, so he'll be a bit lighter.
Oh, here we go. Morgan's through on
Got
Pecky.
it done.
Got it done. Oh, no, he hasn't. Oh, and Pecky's clipped him. He's into the wall. That car is very damaged. And he split the back into the other wall.
I don't know that Pecky had a lot of places to go at that point.
Nah. Oh, that was a tough one, that one. Very, very interesting incident, that one there. Come back up with Grenshaw. Grenshaw with Day tucked in behind him. Matt trying to find a way. He wants to be part of this championship. He needs to get further up the road. He's just got to be careful not to put it in the wall himself.
Yeah, moving around a bit. It looks like he's sort of moving across enough to give Day enough room just in case he
What about it? Yeah.
decides to shoot it down the inside.
Go back of Grenshaw's car, looking not quite straight and neat and clean. Just clips the curb. He needs to get back in the Ford. This great little battle. Matt Day has driven really well all season. Missing those 2 races and 1 bad night makes it very difficult to get your championship together.
It'll be interesting after that second stop to see where everyone comes out.
Very interesting. Brent Day has got his way well past and gone. He definitely has the pace. Michael Peck now having a look on Pecky up the inside.
Yeah, I think he was carrying a bit of damage. I caught him pretty quick. He didn't put up too much of a fight.
Go back up the front. Steve Vella is definitely looking like he wants this championship. Vella now is sitting comfortable 4 seconds or 3.3 seconds up the road from Glen Boyce. Of course, Boyce has got to be careful here that we don't see too many bonus points go the way of Vella. So there's a fair bit of a battle still to go down amongst these two. Boyce, our championship leader, sitting in second behind Steve Vella, who is our championship second place man. Of course, the next guy back in the order, Michael Power, who's sitting third in the championship. Matt Day back in fourth. Matt Day, though, sixth in the championship, as we said, had that bad run with a few weeks away. So definitely a lot to fight for here. Race could come down to bonus points. Boys, 3.5 seconds, don't rule it out. Anything can still happen. It always does here in split 4. Might just go have a look at a bit of a battle that we haven't mentioned before. Robbie Williams tucked up behind Dale Harvey. Mark Dial in the action here. Starting to move forward, Mark, up 10 spots.
Yeah, just kept plugging away at it. It's just, yeah, I didn't really have a lot of practice here in the week, so really, didn't really know what to expect.
Well, good driving, though. These boys having a good little battle. Going a bit further. Darren Vermey under a bit of pressure from Rob Baxter.
Yeah, Rob trying to work his way back up the front. Had a few issues early, but putting in the hard yards now and just slowly pushing forward.
Fair bit happening. Going to go up with Craig Rose. Ashley Hall tucked up behind him, hunting down the great Michael Hayes. You thinking?
Yeah, they were trying to work. Well, they were trying to work together, and at this point, Dom was struggling a bit with his tyres, so I was kind of trying to protect my teammate, but also try and get away from these two. So I wasn't trying to push to pass my teammate. I was happy to stay behind him, and yeah, just try and hold these two off. But they worked well together on Thursday night, both Craig and Ash.
Doing very, very well.
And their teammate qualified well, but he had that early issue and dropped off the back. Simon Pitt in quite early, trying a different strategy.
Yep, may as well roll the dice. Becky in the lane.
Maybe they're just trying to get out of traffic, seeing if they could get some clean air.
Well, it's a strategy to play. We go back to Vaughan Robinson. He has Carl Pickering tucked right up behind him, and Mike Coraliff not too far back from these guys. Pico trying to get into the action here.
Yeah, they're not quite parting the seas like they normally do for Coraliff, so he's not getting them as easy tonight.
Tough track to pass on, really.
Yeah, it is. Very hard.
Yeah, it's more of a mistake that'll get you to pass opposed to just raw pace.
Exactly the key. Having a good look here. Speaking of Russia, Pato, maybe Sean could tell us how potatoes are taxed or consumed as. Pickering looking like he wants to get the job done here, but doesn't quite have the pace, I don't think. Great little battle pack.
They're definitely comfortable with trading corners, this pack.
They are, and it goes a fair way up. Galloway hasn't really pulled away. He's got up behind Perrins. And Perrins has sort of become a little bit of a cork in the bottle.
Yeah, well, and we all know the pace that Galloway's had all season, so these guys are quick even though they're in the midfield.
Doing very, very well. Like a good midfield battle.
And if you're sitting at the back of that, you're thinking, I might be sort of 19 or 20, but one bad corner and I could be 14th.
Doesn't take much. Going to go back up the front now, heading forward. We'll have a look at Dan Page. He's up 14 spots. Great drive from him into 11th. Ratbag Racing entrant.
So he did take a little bit less fuel on that first stop that he'll have to pay back on the next one, but definitely helped him move forward.
Yeah, has shown some pace throughout the season, so anything is possible. And Mr. Boyce, reckon Michael Power is sitting there playing tail gunner at the moment. Looking at the way he's swerving from side to side, I'd say Power has more pace. That gap, still 3 seconds up to Vella.
Yeah, they're taking a couple of tenths off it.
Say Laz and Rehan would have Steve under very good control here. So he'd have a race taken off him with a post-race penalty earlier on. Did win, come back and win the following race last week. Here he is out in the lead. This is a way to finish a championship. Is it enough? It'll come down to bonus points. That will be the thing, I think, if we finish the order that we are in now. Power having a bit of a look. Close that gap right up. And tucked up behind. Going back, Simon Pitt. He is tucked up in here with Rose. A bit of a group with Rose, Page, Paul, Baldock closing in on this group as well. I believe I said that. Lap 25 has started. Dougie Wright has had a little bit of an off at the hairpin. Self going again. Doug not having much luck at the hairpin this evening.
I've moved up 13 spots. Even Van Ray's up 5. Staying out of trouble.
Yeah, trying to look after licence points and all that sort of stuff. Remembering that they do carry on to next season.
I've been working on that across the season. I down to 5 now. Enter the season in 20 with 20 points. So season of recovery as far as points are concerned.
Ways still under pressure. Rosie wants a look here.
Yeah, I got a bit crossed up a lap or two ago and I had to wait for the tyres to recover. Luckily he keeps showing his nose, so he's sort of tearing his own tyres up now.
Yeah, still a long way to go. We've got 20 laps to put in the bank here. Just past halfway. Of course, this track, known for its walls, anything can happen. Simon Pitt,
Yeah.
he's putting a bit of pressure on as well.
Yeah, down to 20 laps to go. Bit over halfway.
Bit of lap traffic in amongst the group here at the moment as well.
At this point, most guys have driven about 14 laps on this set of tyres. So a few of them thinking about going in early and doing a longer stint on the second ones.
Definitely. We go here still. Got to look after the car. Got to look after everything else.
Yep, and every lap you got to survive the wall of champions, otherwise it bites you and spits you out the other side.
Fair way to go here though still. Guys starting to wear down. People starting to think about their next stop. You guys are going
One hell of a
early,
drive,
which is
isn't it?
Yeah.
That drive from Bruce Galloway, up 17 spots and almost into the top 10.
Yeah, it kind of makes a question what could have been if he got a good quality in. Done well.
He was moving forward early. He just got himself into a bit of drama with some of the guys that he had a little more pace then, but just got caught up.
Always the battle. And Steve Vella, he's in the lane. Our race leader.
All right, so he's opting to have a longer final stint.
So Vella in, and Greg Harris has come in as well. So that puts Boyce into the lead of the race. That's our championship leader with the number 1 against his name. This will be interesting. What do they do here? Do they react? Does Boyce and Power come in to try and cover? Matt Day lurking in the background with a lot of pace. This is a very, very big move. What happens next? This is where the strategy will roll out.
Well, and Matt Day's got a little bit of time in the pits on him as well, so he took a few extra litres on that first stop, so.
Okay, what do they do? Will be the $1 million question.
Are they going to split the strategy and one of them go in a bit earlier?
No, we're going to keep going. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Might have thought we might have seen them go a bit further forward. So Boyce here, Power tucked up behind. Matt Day now in the middle of this group as well. So not splitting this strategy, but also expose them to Day now. Day looking very, very racy. 17 seconds back to Grenshaw, so this is definitely where the pack is at.
Yeah, well, if they're going together, Days will jump both of them, you would think, in the pits.
Well, that's right. He's only got to stop for 6 seconds less.
And he's been in a pack the entire time, so he shouldn't have burnt more fuel than them, if much at all anyway.
No, he's probably got the smart play going here.
Yeah. And these current tyres are done about 20 laps.
The TT6 sim racer, Jim Caparonis' teammate, doing very well here in P3. Steve Vella rolled himself back out in 6th. So he's tucked up behind Dominic. And we need to see how this plays out for Vella.
Well, Dominic's just moved out of the way and let him through, so he's gone into the pits and...
Yep. I think leaves Grenshaw between him and these boys.
Yep.
Page and Perrins in the lane as well. A bit of smoke up in front here. We have a damaged car.
Either that or the Indians have turned up.
All right, we think we might have a smoking gun in front of us. Oh, there we go. That was Dave Worrell with a blown motor.
He's had that a few times this season.
Thinks he's driving a Kia.
Boyce is in.
Boyce is in, split the strat. Power takes the lead. This will be interesting. Where does Boyce come out in relation to Vella? Vella heading down the back straight away. Over the curb. Boyce still up on the jacks. Not even rolling. Here comes Vella going straight past. That has been a strategic move. Paid off.
That's a big jump.
A big jump. Undercut is powerful at this place.
Both myself and Ash Hall jumped in the lane. Petty's in the lane.
Starting to see a few roll through now. Morales in the lane. He's been in there for a while. Lap 31 of 46. Just starting to tick away. So Boyce 8 seconds down the road. Greg Harris tucked up behind Boyce. Could we be seeing a changing of the guard here? Where does power come out in the pits? That's the next question, and Day as well. Don't forget
Harris
Day.
went in with Vella, so yeah, he's only a couple of laps on these tyres.
Don't forget too that Day's only got 10 seconds less of fuel. This is going to get very, very interesting from here, I think. Have we seen Southern Cross do a Ferrari strategy? Definitely seeing Grenshaw in the lane now. That sees Vella move forward. Vella leading our P2 drivers, Boyce. He is a few seconds back, about 7.5. Still a long way to go. They're definitely going to see what happens here. It's going to get real interesting, I think. Of course, Power and Day pitted on lap 9.
Yep, not too many left to take their second stop now.
So Robbie did have a short stop.
And seeing a few others, Bulldogs in the lane, so a few of the mid-packers are starting to come in for their second stop. So we've still got Power, Day, Galloway, Van Ree and David Logsdale to make their final stops.
Yep, Rob Baxter did his 2 stops early, so he's on older tyres, but has
Here
done
we go.
both stops.
Power's in. Boy, Day stays out. This is interesting. Of course, Day putting more fuel in. 10-second fuel difference there.
And are his current laptop times competitive?
Well, Day's just done a 1:39.25. Boyce still hasn't done a full lap yet since the pit stop, so won't have a time for him just yet. Greg Harris is a 1:40.02. The Vella is a 1:39.93. So Matt Day is putting in some cracking laps here at the moment.
Popped up, Boyce 1:38.
There we go. That is quick. It is all happening. Where will Day come out? The Vella holding a 5-second gap. These laps are now starting to tick away. And definitely a few drivers still in the hunt here. Galloway still needs to get in for his stop. He's still going quite hard. But Vella is the leader of our stop. Drivers have done their 2 compulsories. Lucky right. Lap traffic just in front of him. They're all happening. Come back to power. He's got to deal with some of this lap traffic as well. Getting his way past Marshy. Up behind Greg Harris here. Bruce Galloway in the lane. But Matt Day looking quite solid still. Boyce's last lap of 1:38.99. A little bit quicker than what Day is. And a 10th quicker than the Vella. But Vella holding that second position. And we're waiting to see how Matt Day rolls out from his stop. Everyone fairly well spread out at the moment.
Yep, just starting the last 12 laps.
Getting to the lead end of the pencil now of the season. This is where it all comes down. So I've got to come together here. The Vella, that gap now is 4.2 seconds, but it's 25 seconds down the road to Matt Day. That's plenty of time to get a stop in. Going to be very, very interesting. Of course, this track coming out at the back of turn 2 makes it rather interesting as you transition the lane.
Yep, and while Boyce is catching Vella did have a lot of traffic around, which Boyce will now need to contend with, so that charge might slow down a little bit as he gets towards that traffic.
It's starting to get there. And Boyce gets his way past Dougie Wright.
How many many more laps is Matt Day going to do before he dives in for his final stop?
Got to be happening soon. 25 seconds, plenty of time. As I said, your pit lane time here is about 45 seconds, but because you come out on turn 2, you pretty well much negate some of the transit time.
Yep. Meanwhile, Mike Power's all over the back of Greg Harris.
Lap 36. Has a bit of a look there. A few movers and shakers. Bruce Galloway's up 19 spots. Michael Hayes up 10. Mark Dial's up 18, starting from the rear of the grid. So there's some of our bigger movers.
Yeah. Rob Baxter's had a fantastic recovery considering he had a trip down the lane very early in lap 1 or 2.
Yeah, he's done very well to get himself into the top 10. Hitting on lap 9 though, so he's got another stop to do somewhere in the middle there.
I believe he might have done 2 back-to-back early.
Interesting. Long way to get home from lap 9. What's that, Mark?
I'm saying Robbie Williams has gone back in. He had a 10-second stop, so he's gone. Maybe he just didn't put enough in.
I know. Back in. Waiting for Matt Day to go in. Steve Vella, though, he's looking comfortable. That gap sitting at 4.3. Hasn't closed the last couple of laps. He's done a 139.62. Boyce a 139.79. Power 139.88. 139.79 is not going to close that gap to Vella. Of course, Vella probably has led quite a few laps so far.
And on the old tyres, Matt Day's actually pulled a couple of tenths on the other guys.
Yeah, he definitely has. Hey, definitely a lot happening. Michael Power
Bruce
getting
Galloway.
past Harris.
Bruce Galloway looking to make moves on Craig Rose.
Yeah. Definitely in the thick of it here.
And that's when my race goes to shit because my cat stood on my power supply units to my monitors and put one out, put the left one out and then put the right one out. And I thought I was having issues, and I looked down to see the cat had stood on them and disconnected them. So,
Bruce still got to work his way a lot further up here if he's going to be in contention for a podium.
Yeah, it'd be a big challenge at this point in the night.
Going to be a big challenge from there. And
Especially
Rose
with the pace of the top couple.
Rose defends very hard there. Putting Perrins a bit further back, putting pressure on Simon Pitt. Luke Orman, time to get rid of the cat.
yeah, free to a good home. Anyone who wants a ginger and white cat, free to a good home.
Galloway having a look on the inside here, gets the job
Get it done
on Rose. Moves him further forward. Still waiting for Matt Day to pit. He's the last car on track to pit here.
He's starting to run out of laps to get it done.
That is 38 of 46. We are definitely ticking down into the final end of this one. I think we're about to see a champion get crowned potentially. Going to come down, I think, to bonus points.
Yeah, well, and the gap between the positions tightens up the further you're away from first as well. So
Exactly right. You get that P1, you get that big bonus. Just wondering whether Day's leaving this too long. Got to be careful here.
always good at this part of the season where everyone's comfortable with each other, and you see super close racing up and down the lane without too many people banging together. Oh,
Yeah.
must have been a big slowdown then.
Yeah, definitely jumped on it. Buddy Perrin's back in there. Still waiting for Day to come in. Of course, the other thing I can tell you at the moment is that Steve Vella has had no incidences as well. So that is the other fun fact that may come into contention towards the end here. So this is going to get real interesting.
So there's still a bonus point for 0 incidents?
Get 3 bonus points for 0 incidents.
3 bonus points.
Who's got the fastest lap?
Fastest lap so far at the moment, I believe, is sitting with Steve Vella with a 1:38.40.
There's an
Extra point as well, yep. That's correct, you get an extra point. Extra point for the fastest lap. Which
They all add up at the end of the season.
Lost a car there for a second.
still a long way to go though, in terms of that. Got to remember, Matt Day's going to come out, I think, with very little fuel and tyres for 6 laps.
As long as someone reminds him he's still got another stop left to have.
And he's in the lane. You just reminded him. And he goes. Right, 6 laps to go here. Not long left. And Bruce Galloway, where's he? He's circulating.
19.
He's still back in 11th, up 19 spots. So with Power sitting in 4th, he's probably not going to quite get the job done.
Yeah, he was moving forward, but he had a massive slowdown and dropped a few spots.
Yeah, slowdowns were a big killer. A lot of guys got caught out too often.
Can Vella move forward with whilst Day's got his tyres coming in?
Yeah, definitely got to see something happen here. Oh, that's a bit of a rough one over the curb. I think that may have just been...
The engine
broke it.
Engine. Broke it.
Yep.
Can't hit those curbs hard all the time, every time. That is
I-
gut-wrenching for Bruce. He's had a great
I think he
season,
had
as we've
a
been
puff of
talking about.
smoke before he went into that.
Yep. Looks like he's put a big hole in the sump and dropped all the oil.
Yeah, and of course, you know what that's going to mean, don't you? There he is.
There he is.
Man deep, the big flick speed. He's off.
He didn't think he was going out again.
Not the way he drove that out. That is how you exit the pits.
Yeah. The rest of the RC team's gone, come on, mate, wake up. Get her out there.
Of course, Matt Day just did his stop. He'd be 2 seconds up the road from Vella, so he'd be a bit disappointed at this stage.
Yeah, it's going to all tighten up and it's going to be a run to the end.
Definitely going to make this championship final very, very interesting. Matt Day, P1, Steve Vella, P2, Glen Boyce, P3. Boyce, he really probably needs to be in front of Vella if he's going to have a chance, I think. Michael Power sitting in P4, Harris in 5, great drive from the old mates and sons driver. Joseph Granshaw in 6. Rob Baxter has got his way all the way back up to 7th. Michael Hayes in 8th. So,
yeah,
some interesting stuff. Might just jump on to the replay. Let's have a bit of a look at what happened to Shannon Morgan on lap 18 at turn 7. And we'll go through another Chook Raffle rewind. And we can see we're in the drone cam here. Nicely putting a lot of pressure on Pecky. Coming through turn 2. And tucked in behind Pecky quite well. Pecky gets a little on the grass there, which I think might have caused him to slow down and get himself out of a line. A little bit tighter entry into the right-hander. This allowed Morgan to put himself right up onto his bumper. You can see Joseph Granshaw wanting a look in here as well. So Pecky now under all sorts of pressure from Morgan. Morgan takes a look to the inside. And doesn't quite get it done. Thinks he's going to do it. Pecky goes a bit deep. Opens the door. We jump straight in. And gets the job done. A little loose off the curb. Probably felt under a little bit of pressure from Pecky on the inside here. Gets himself going again. You can see the curb changes. Or sorry, the bitumen changes. He loses control. Brakes are on. At this stage, he's a passenger. Tries to keep it off the wall. Pecky looks to the inside. Gets to the back of Morgan, pushes him into the wall harder. And then, of course, he just bounces from wall to wall here. So that was the story with that one. So definitely a little bit of hard luck story there for Shan Morgan and Pecky. As we now head into what will be the last lap of Mandeep Singh. He has been great fill-in for us, Mandeep. Struggled to get a safety car driver for Split 4 this season. And Mandeep putting his Uber Eats duties with us here in Split 4. He has done a great job for us and absolutely looking forward to seeing what Mandeep can do. He's gone into real estate, so definitely looking forward. If you need to go buy a property over in Canberra, I highly recommend you look up Mandeep. Tell him you're from Vets. I'm sure you'll get a discount. So the last lap of Mandeep Singh.
Then we're going to have a sprint to the end.
Whoop, that one. It'll be sprint to the end. That's right. It will be it'll be basically a 3-lap sprint. So this will be a very interesting finish.
Matt Day will have a huge advantage with his almost brand new tyres.
Oh yeah, he'd be quite happy with those at the moment. It'd be interesting to see if he can go for a fastest lap. That will be the interesting one. As you can see, a few cars being cleansed out of the field. Reminder, it's not a wave around yet on the back of the train. It is a cleansing of the field.
And whilst we were driving around, I had Rob in front of me, fuel saving hard. So I was thinking, well, if this safety car didn't come out, he may have been in trouble for fuel. But yeah, he fuel saved a lot as we caught up to the pack.
Well, long way from lap 9 to get to where he is.
Yep.
He has done very, very well.
Yep. This safety car may or may not save him to the end.
And Deep Singh for the final time. Pull away from the field.
Yep. He's found an order in the back seat. He's got to go and deliver.
He wanted to work his skips. Love
Yeah.
you, Pato. Let's see if we can get this entry in well.
Oh,
100% on the marks as well. Kind of.
yep. Trying to get that butter chicken off to the customer nice and hot.
And Matt Day has gone. He's gone early. We are green flag racing. Smart move
Yeah,
by
he's legged
Day.
it.
Leg it straight away.
Use those new tyres you got.
And Matt Day has the race lead. Steve Vella, he's got a reasonable jump on Boyce. He's got a little gap behind him. This is where it's all happening now. Steve Vella with a clean incident sheet. That is a fair effort around this place. Right, we'll see how this plays out. Boyce tucked in behind him.
Needs to keep it clean for a few more laps.
Michael Power acting as the rear gunner. Greg Harris sitting there in 5th. He's driven really, really well. Michael Hayes up 10 spots in 8th. Rob Baxter up 9 spots in 7th. So some big movers in there. So, Power. Vella.
Yeah.
He's tucked up here with Boyce behind him. This is where the battle's at. Vella. Matt Day just does a 1:38.22. So there we go. We've got a new fastest lap time.
Yep, so he's taken that point away.
Yep.
And
That
he's
closes-
cleared out, so
that
he's not
closes
part
the-
of the competition.
That closes the gap big time.
In every few corners, Boise drops that down to only a few tenths between them.
You can see that car in front knows if he wants his championship, he's got to get past. Particularly with no incident points.
The best thing is he's made it exciting for us.
Oh yeah, it's coming down to the wire on the penultimate lap. Lap and a half to go here. Matt Day has cleared out again. Exactly, Luke. If only Matt could have got a full season in.
Yep, not all of our championships come down to a couple of tenths on the last couple of laps.
I think this is going to come down to more than tenths. As we're about to start. The last lap. of the season. What can he do? Can he close that gap? Is he sitting there thinking, if he's sitting behind him in third, has he got enough points? Love to know the thought process at this stage. Very hard, unless you've got a spotter to be aware if the car in front's got no incident points. We know he's led laps, Vella. We know he hasn't got the fastest lap. That's been taken away by Matt Day. This is exciting. How
Bella's
will this roll
squeezed that
out?
throttle a little. He's pulled up a couple of tenths, so he's giving himself just a little bit of breathing room.
And
Only a few corners to go.
that would have been where it would have been coming if it was going to happen. So it didn't happen. Shane Patterson gets the move on Dan Page, though. Dan Page dropping down a few spots here. So not sure what's happened to Page.
Page just spun it.
Yep. Matt Day coming down into the wall of champions. He gets himself through.
Vella only needs to keep it clean. He's kept it clean. He's
kept
made it
clean.
through.
He's made it through. That is a great drive by Steve Vella. For third is Glen Boyce. Fourth will be Michael Powers. Great drive from him. Greg Harris will be home in fifth, up one spot. Joseph Granshaw up 2 in sixth. Rob Baxter up 9 in seventh. Great recovery drive from him. Managed to get himself all of the way from lap 9 to the end. That is a fair effort. Michael Hayes up 10 spots in eighth, and up 3 spots is Dominic 2-0 in ninth, and then in 10th we have Craig Rose in there as well. It has been a very, very impressive race to finish the season off. I'd have to say that much. And it is really, really good to see how this has played out as a championship. I think we might just go and reveal some other things that are interesting here. I will let everybody know that Matt Day did win the race. He got 3 bonus points. Steve Vella came home in second. He got a bonus point for leading one or more laps. He got a bonus point for led the most laps. And then he got 3 bonus points for no incidences. So that's 5 bonus points that have gone to Steve Vella. And when we put that into the Funkin' Wagnall and roll that one out, Steve Vella wins the championship from Glen Boyce by 1 point. And then a further 23 points back to Michael Power. Matt Day comes home in fourth, considering he's got 2 drop rounds. He's got 2 races he didn't race and 1 race where he had a shocker. That is a fair effort when you start to think about that. Rob Baxter gets himself home in fifth. Bruce Galloway is 6th in the championship. A little bit disappointing. He was knocking on the door of the top group there and had a really rough night, even though he managed to get himself up the order a fair bit until his motor blew. And then we have Joseph Granshaw in 7th. Great race season from Joseph. Dominic 2-0 in 8th. Michael Hayes in 9th. He got beaten by your brother-in-law, Hazy. That is tough luck. Daniel Page in 10th. Dave Baldock in 11th. That is probably the highlight. I've got to ask everybody why, how. Craig Rose in 12th.
Baldy won the Bulldog Cup again this season.
And he beat Dial as well. So
have a look at him. He competed in every race.
He's on a high there, Mark. You've created another monster.
Yeah, well, he can take that. He can take that. As I said, he raced 10 races. How many did I do?
Well, it doesn't matter. It's what's written on the piece of paper. That's what he's saying.
He's saying he races the same rules.
You know what? They've not going to have it, but I'll tell you what. Come near me next season, Dave Bulldog, and you'll know where the fence is.
Like we've told him for how many seasons. If it's not in Sim Racer Hub, it never happened. So this is in Sim Racer Hub. So he's locking that one in. Rosie
you get one, Dave.
Rosie
you get one. Johnny and I are coming for you next season.
Dial 13. Dougie Wright.
Equal points of Dougie Wright. That's pretty impressive. Robbie Williams entertained us for 15th. Braden O'Loughlin slid down the order to 16th. Shannon Morgan finished 17th for a rookie season. Scotty Perrin's back on the deck in 18th. Dave Galley was 19th. Ash Hall 20th. Some Muppet was 21st in front of Shane Patterson. Beat Mike Corliss. I'm going to take that one and put that one in the bank. Carl Pickering back in 24th, and Dave Logstar got himself on the board in 25th, which I think is pretty impressive.
Well done, Dave.
So, John, is 1 point the closest championship ever, or have we had that before?
It's the closest we've had for the bottom split, and that is pretty impressive. And to go back to the race, Matt Day would like to probably thank all of the lads over in 266. And I think he'd like to welcome his new teammate, Caparonis, as well. Moving back into the board, I'd probably have to say that we also would like to let Hoffy. Your boys came P2 and 3 to... Sorry, your boys came... Sorry, Steve Vella was second tonight. Steve would like to thank everybody over at Phoenix Racing, and probably really would like to thank Laz and Rehan for all the work they've done with him this season. Ben Boyce home in third. Hoffy, you come and joined us. Anything you'd like to say for Glen?
Yeah, how you going? The boys have done really well this season. Was never about winning races. It was about being in the top 5. Really happy with the work the boys have put in, and the whole team's lifted, which is a good thing. But I pushed to get Glen into the team, and took a bit of extra money, and he joined. So no, very, very happy. They always said Steve was fast, and it was all about finishing up towards the top. So very, very happy. Thanks.
Not too easy. Yeah, so definitely an interesting championship. We've got one job left, boys, and that is who is going to get our drive of the day.
It's a tricky one. Rob is up there, but he did have a trip down the lane, so it's hard to give someone a place if they did get themselves a penalty. Who else is up there? It's good to see Greg Harris have a good finish, even though he is around where he started.
And yourself, Hazy, up 10 spots. That's a fair effort.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Hazy, that's good effort. And you too, John, up 10.
It was I should have been up 12th. I should have been. I made a rash decision to try and put some new tyres on and see what would happen. Very risky gamble.
Robbie Williams up 14 too. So.
Yeah, that's probably a good
Robbie
one
Williams
too.
did well.
Yeah. I'm in your hands, boys. Who do you want to go with?
There's a lot to choose from, Hazy.
What's that?
I said there's a lot to choose from, Hazy. It's going to be a hard one to pick, but
I'll tell you what, I am.
I'm going to go with Hazy.
Yep, righto.
Yeah,
righto.
Hazy. Yep.
Righto. I've got to find that one there.
Thank you very much.
Not too easy, Michael. Well deserved, mate. And a huge thank you to you for everything you've done this season in behind the scenes with this broadcast. You've kind of come in and taken the co-role really well and kept me honest, which has been nice. Which has been good. Having somebody asking me, making sure everything's been checked, and then like tonight, it's all stuffed up. That's not on you, that's on me. So I think you've driven a good season, Hazy, and appreciate everything that you've done with the broadcast. I want to thank you too, Mark, as well. You've been in nearly every broadcast that you can get yourself into this season between Split 3 and Split 4. like to thank you too, Huffy, for dropping in. Dropped in a couple of times this season as well, which has been nice to have you in. Doleful tones of Toto Hoff.
Toto Hoff, yeah. I'm going to cop that forever now.
Oh, wait till the memes go around.
Can I just give a shout out to the boys in Ukraine? Sean, who is Dane's brother, for doing the work over there and keeping us all safe. Get on and watch as much as they can when they can. And they love Mick. So Thor is what they call Mick. So a big shout out to those guys.
Too easy.
Yep.
Just a reminder again as well, if you haven't got your entries in for season 27, I would get onto that very, very quickly. We only have limited spots left now. All the waitlist guys that are racing have been dropped onto the list, and we are definitely nearly full. So if you want to race this season, get your entry in ASAP. Pre-qual details will come out tomorrow night of what track and where. We already know it's Motorsport. Details will come out when we're going to run the pre-qual race or rounds. They'll come out, and that will be followed by the splits being done. It's only the short gap this season because we had the 2 weeks off at Christmas. So this is the short break of 3 weeks. So everybody keep on your toes. Splits will get announced pretty quickly, and then after that we'll be up and running again. If you're not racing and interested in doing race control, put your hand up. Let us know. We're always looking for 1 or 2 volunteers to jump into that space. I do know Jordan Ross will be jumping into that space this season. Poor old Jordan broke his foot winning national jet ski championships on the weekend.
I'm sure the boys in split 1 will be really sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I reckon they will be. Jordan is having a season off, so we'll see how that goes. And big shout out to everyone else, or the other guys that did race control and the other splits. We've got some really good people involved in that. You can tell by the comments that were made to Brenton O'Brien when he told everybody he wasn't doing the last round. If you haven't seen some of the pictures on YouTube that he's put up, he's had an absolute ball at the Grand Prix. I think everybody fist pumped was except for George. So yeah, you can probably tell that Brenton is the touch of death, except for George Russell that didn't do it. And Greg and Anthony and all the boys, Mark and all the boys up in split 1. Big shout out to Jake Burton, who I caught up with on the weekend as well. Big thank you for what you did for me. Also want to thank our sponsors, thank our committee, guys behind the scenes like Reg. James does a lot of work for our graphics. We also have a lot of work getting done in the background by Michael Stewart with race servers and various things as well. Carl Pickering for doing a lot of our social media stuff, getting the information out there for everybody. And also want to thank everyone who jumps into YouTube and watches all of our broadcasts. It's really fantastic, the numbers that we see in those broadcasts. And then the other one I'd really want to thank is, of course, all the drivers themselves. Herding 200 cats is never an easy task. I know a few people go off the deep end and lose the plot from time to time, but we all sort of get those things sorted quite clearly without carrying on and going on forever. And of course, Luke Orman saying, bring on Bathurst, yes, bring on Easter. Looking forward to seeing the great Gunter in his stinger at the Bathurst 6 hour. On that note, thanks to these boys in here already. If I missed anything,
and like to wish the guys that are getting promoted across splits luck with your promotion. A few Hoffies guys going up, so good luck with that. We're not sure exactly who from the split 4, but more than likely at least 2 Hoffies guys going up. So
absolutely,
good luck with your promotion.
I would say there's a fair chance we'll see a couple go up. The only one will be, I think, Matt Day missing those rounds. That'll work. And then Bruce Galloway, of course, having a shocker in the last race. That will push him back up the order a little bit as well, I think. So it'll be interesting to see how it all pans out. Of course, the ranking system will all get sorted out this week as well. Got a busy week ahead of me. Yeah, on that note, I think we'll wrap this one up. And I just really want to thank everybody. Like I said, I think we've got an awesome league. It's great to see everyone get around everyone, support people. Yeah, really looking forward to seeing what and where we go for season 27. And yeah, I think the league's in very good, safe hands and a safe place. So on that note, I'm going to say good night, and we'll see everybody again for season 28.
Yep. Thanks, John, and thanks for all the hard work you put in too.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, and of course Dave Coleman saying a big shout out to Mandeep Singh, our safety car driver that's leaving us as well. So we'll have a new safety car driver next season. So I'm interested to see who he is. Anyway,
hopefully we keep the same race control.
I think Dave can do both, can't he?
Well, that's gonna cost me more money and more. That's gonna cost me more money and more beers.
I just want to add some more pressure to Dave. You know, it's not like he's got not enough now, but I just want to add some more to him. So he might stop giving me 20-point penalty.
Anyway, on that note, we're going to wrap this up before Mark says something that's going to get him some license points taken off him. And a trip to.
Thanks, everyone. Looking forward to seeing you next season.
No worries. We'll see everyone next season. Thanks for watching.
See you guys.
See ya.
Racing the RaceKraft PT1 custom-built full chassis racing simulator. The design project, codenamed The Cage, an 80/40 extrusion chassis sitting on top of a Sigma Integrale DK2 Plus 4-point full motion actuator system. No compromises in the cockpit of the PT1 simulator. To maximize the experience, we start with a 49-inch ultra-wide monitor for the greatest field of view in a small footprint of the simulator, down to the SimuCube wheelbase that's tucked up and behind the monitors with SimCore extensions to get things out of the driving area. Everything is connected to a Cube Controls GTX steering wheel with the built-in dash and all the extra button functions available at your fingertips. Driving through the Raceworks S1 pedals, the potentiometer throttle and the 2 hydraulic pedals for brake and clutch ensures you maximize the feel underfoot, and seating yourself into an OMP HTER bucket racing seat with OMP belts connected to a G-belt tensioner to provide that extra feeling and the heightened experience while you're driving. Additional interfaces and accessories in the PT1, we have twin butt kickers, one on either side of the OMP seat, as well as a Jinx sequential shifter, the SimPush Race Logic timer to the left-hand side, a RaceKraft built-in WinSim kit with Philips Hue lighting and a built-in soundbar, plus the OMP side net to finish off the experience in the PT1. The RaceKraft PT1, build number 1, the ultimate in sim racing experience, combining the best products in the market with the passionate, no-compromise approach that goes beyond racing simulation.